Chael Sonnen, uh, one of my favorite fighters, simply because the way he talks before and after his fight. Um, anyway, guys, this is my video on does Chael Sonnen deserve to be in any MMA Hall of Fame, especially the UFC Hall of Fame. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, share. I really appreciate it. Really help me out. Chael Sonnen, does he belong in the UFC Hall of Fame? Uh, Whether you like it, ladies and gentlemen, yes, he does. There's several reasons why. Number one, uh, the fighters he has beat, the fighters who he has fought. He's fought the who's who of mixed martial arts, and how much he draws, and his performances of his most memorable fights, even the one he lost. He has beaten. My brother said a couple years ago that he's probably the only UFC fighter he could think of that has never won any championship belt in any MMA promotion. Not only has never won any UFC title, but he's like the only MMA fighter who hasn't won any belt at all. You could think of MMA fighters who at least won a belt, and if not in UFC, at least in other MMA promotions, organizations. But let's just see the fighters he has beaten. Okay. So he started in his career in '97. He lost to Forrest Griffin back in September '03 at the IFC Global Dominations, about a year and a half before Forrest Griffin was the Ultimate Fighter. Let's see. Alright, so he has beat Yoshin Akami, Michael Bisping, the Ultimate Fighter from Season 3. Has beaten Mauricio Shogun Rua, former UFC champion. Has beaten Vanderlei Silva, former Pride champion. And has beaten Rampage Jackson. He has fought Anderson Silva twice. Even though he did use steroids the first time, he was dominating that fight until he submitted in the fifth round. He thought, tapping out means ending the round, not losing the fight. Hilarious. Fought John Jones. So he's fought for the light heavyweight championship twice, and he's fight for the middleweight championship twice against Anderson Silva, lost, and he fight for the light heavyweight title against John Jones. He's lost. Lost to Rashad Evans. He was very upset when he lost to TRTs. A lot of people don't like TRTs. I'm actually a big TRTs fan. He's very upset that he lost that fight against TRTs. I wish there was a rematch, but you can see in the video or the fight that looks like Tito did tap in the beginning. But Tito submitted him rear naked choke. He beat Rampage Jackson, Vanderlei Silva, and Shogun. If you beat those guys, whether they're within the prime or not, that right there, you are automatically are MMA Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Yes, he did beat Rampage and Vanderlei in Bellator, but still, he beat Shogun in 2013, Michael Bisping, Nate Marquardt, Yoshi Akami, Dan Miller. He has lost to Jeremy Horn. I remember that he has lost him twice. All the way back from Jeremy Horn was one. I think the second time was in 2006, UFC 60, and then lost to him back in 2004 in the Extreme Challenge 57 MMA promotion show. I mean, if you look at Chael Sonnen, he just looks like a regular guy, but his mouth, his charisma is a national treasure. Hilarious. I barely finished my finals for school when I was doing my some of my work, my essays. I was listening to Chael Sonnen's press conference post fight against his first time fighting against Anderson Silva all the way back from 2010. Hilarious. So yeah, Chael Sonnen, I believe he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, especially all the buy rates he generates in UFC. Let's see. If you also too, yes, if you look at his pay-per-view bouts, the first time against Anderson Silva back in UFC 117, August 7th, 2010. 600,000 pay-per-view buy rates. The second one in 2012, UFC 148, 925,000 buy rates. John Jones to Chael Sonnen, 538,000 buy rates. Rashad Evans is Chael Sonnen, UFC 167, 630,000 buy rates. So he became kind of a draw. Actually, after he's speaking out his mind, because it looks like he really didn't share his charisma until he was going to fight for against Anderson Silva. So he has, yes. So if you look at his awards from UFC, he won Fight of the Night twice. The first time against Nate Marquardt and Anderson Silva. Submission of the night against when he submitted Shogun Rua. Bellator was a heavyweight Grand Prix semifinalist. Also, too, he could say, yes, he did lose to Fedor, but he could say, I have fought, whether he lost, yeah, I lost, but at least I fought probably the three greatest fighters in the MMA history. He's fought in Fedor Emelianenko, John Jones, and Anderson the Spider Silva. For you to fight against those three guys, that means you have stepped up. It means you're a man. It means you're a fighter. You're a warrior. The only fighter I would love to see him fight against was probably against GSP. I think GSP, I say he's a kind of a boring fighter, kind of like scary by getting hit after he lost. He's only lost twice in his career. Well, the first time was against Matt Hughes, and second time Matt Serra. Ever since he lost to Matt Serra, yes, he eventually lost to Matt Serra and Matt Hughes. But when he lost to Matt Serra, he was afraid it was going to happen to him again. So GSP is kind of like win by points. But GSP is definitely, he should be arguably your top three greatest MMA fighters of all time, at least top five. But besides that, Chael Sonnen, he's fought in Lyoto Machida, Fedor, beaten Rampage, Vanderlei Silva, fought Tito Ortiz, Rashad Evans. So he's fought the three first most important UFC Ultimate Fighter winners. He fought Forrest Griffin back in 2003. He fought Rashad Evans, and he beat Michael Bisping. And he beat Brian Stan and Dan Miller. I mean, yes, he should be put in the UFC Hall of Fame. Is he in the UFC Hall of Fame? No, unfortunately he is not. But he's probably the only fighter I could think of, at least in UFC back in 10 years ago. He's probably the only fighter I could think of that has not won a championship. But he's got a golden mouth. A Hall of Fame mouth. So, Chael Sonnen, God bless you, man. We miss you. And I'm going to see if I can listen to more of your podcasts. Peace.